That's all I was thinking about, getting there and being there, and I never once thought of how I was leaving. And I started to panic and my anxiety overtook me, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to find a way home. It's me again, and this is part 3, the One Direction experience. Let's get into it. So around the second to the last song, I was like, all right, this is my one and only chance to like go. And I had my charger in my purse. I didn't have a portable charger back then. I was like, all right, I just need to go find an outlet, call like my dad or like anybody, and just get a ride home. So I decided to leave. When I started to walk out, Harry was like right there, like he had been during the whole entire concert. I still can't believe it. There was nobody like in the middle area, you know, when like you're walking, and he was like right there, and he was like saying like, you know, waving at everybody. Call me freaking crazy, call me whatever you want, delusional, like dramatic, whatever you want, but I started jumping up so freaking high as I freaking could, and I was like waving, I was like ah! I swear there was a moment where I was looking straight at Harry met my eyes, and he waved at me, and I was okay with that, and I left. You don't have to believe me. I don't think I even believe that. Maybe it's just like my mind trying to believe that he did see me and like said hi and everything, or like bye. That's what happened. That's what I'm gonna believe. Like whatever. I started to walk out and went back into like that like little area where the merch was. The merch was gone, by the way. Couldn't find an outlet, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go to the restroom, like try to find Kylie, and I couldn't find her. I couldn't find an outlet anywhere, and before I knew it, my phone died. So it was about to, and then it just died, and it just like died in my hands, and I was like, oh my goodness, like what am I going to do? The concert ended, and a bunch of people started like walking through, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I am a freaking 16-year-old girl that literally has no phone working, cannot find an outlet. In a stadium full of people, like traffic and everything, like how am I going to get home? Like what? I asked this lady to borrow her phone. She was not the nicest like person I've ever met, honestly. She was kind of like, ugh, like I guess, and she gave me her phone, and I tried calling him, he wouldn't answer. I decided to call my dad. He wouldn't answer his phone, so I gave the lady like the phone back, and then she like left all mad. She's like, thanks, and she like walked away, and then all of a sudden she like came back, and she's like, they're calling you. And I was like, okay, thanks, and like answered. I was like, dad, like I'm here downtown at that like AT&T like stadium, please come pick me up. And he was like, what are you doing? Well, he didn't say like that. He was like, ¿por qué chingados estás ahí? Que no sé qué, ¿quién te dio permiso? Like, I was like, dad, I know, like please, like I'm no regrets, like. But at the time I was like, dad, I know, like I'm so sorry. He's like, all right, well, walk like out, like I'll meet you at like the Denny's, like by, you know, a couple streets like from the stadium, and I'll go pick you up there. Just make yourself like, just walk over there. And I was like, okay, yeah, like, you know, chill. A 16-year-old girl walking around like downtown at night by myself with a dead phone. Cool. Yeah. And I like did not know how to like defend myself back then, so I was like, yeah, like cool, yeah. So I started to make my way out, and I was like thinking, I was like, okay, like I have to bump into somebody that I know, because I have a bunch of friends that are directioners. Thank goodness, I'm telling you guys, the angels were by my side. Bumped into some friend, like a friend from high school, and she was like, what are you doing here by yourself? And I explained a little bit of what happened, and she was like, oh, well, you can like walk with us, we're going that way anyways. And I was like, okay, cool. Like walking back to the Denny's, and then I was like, all right guys, like I'm just gonna like go and try to find my dad. And they were like, are you sure? Like we don't want to leave you alone. And I was like, no, like trust me, like I'm good. Okay. I don't really want to go to Denny's, so I decided to go to the hotel next to Denny's, and I just like walked in through the back and started charging my phone, and I was just sitting there, and I just waited as long as I could. And whenever it was charged enough, I called my dad, and I was like, hey, like where are you? He's like, well, I'm at the street like right next to Denny's and by the hotel. And I was like, all right, cool, like I'm in the hotel, so I'm gonna go out and meet you. And he was like, all right, that's fine. He was so mad, you guys, honestly, but like it was worth it. I see my dad, he's like standing outside, arms crossed and everything, and he's like, I just don't, no entiendo por qué tuviste que venir aquí y sola, o sea, ¿qué tienes? And I was like, please stop, like, okay, like, I just had the most amazing time. Like, he calms down and it's all good. And we get home, Kylie texted me and she's like calling me and she's like, where are you? Like, we wanted to go like find the boys after the concert. I tried calling you and texting you and I was like, oh girl, like my phone died, and I tried looking for you, but you never came back. You left me alone. Like, cool. Just like talked it out and like we're cool or whatever. Like, no big deal. Like, I made it home safe, so it's all, that's all that mattered really. That night, the girls that I had met at the airport texted me saying, oh, like, let's go find the boys tomorrow or whatever, and I was like, all right, cool, like, I am so down. Like, the boys, they have to go like be tourists here, like, right? My city's like kind of cool or whatever. Ticks. And we thought that the boys were going to the Tower of Americas, so all of us went and they weren't there. We just made a day out of it really, and it was a lot of fun and honestly amazing, the whole entire thing. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I was 16 years old. I was a freshman in college. Will I ever grow up? I don't think I will. I don't know. Just kidding. I'm like super mature for my age. I just love One Direction and 5 Seconds of Summer, okay? Do not hate. I was 17, so I wasn't that far off. But I was in my class, in my night class in college, when Kylie texted me and she's like, oh my gosh, Harry is in Austin, Texas. Like, let's go. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, I can't just leave my class. And I was like, and she's like, well, you know what, like, yeah, I can't leave like my job either. Like, what? We saw that like Harry Styles was like riding a freaking bull at like a bar in Austin, Texas, 45 minutes away from us, and I was just like, okay, cool. My freaking luck. But I mean, with everything that had happened the day before at the concert, like, I was so freaking lucky. I didn't even know how. Honestly, one of the best weekends, days of my life. One of, honestly. And I'm just so happy, and so like I feel so blessed to be able to have experienced that, to have that memory. If you guys like were Directioners like I am, then you guys will completely understand the excitement and love we have for these boys. Even like 5 Sauce, like, you know, we're all a family, and like till this day I still follow like everybody on Twitter and I like their stuff on Instagram. I made like friends, like lifelong friends. And when I was a Directioner too, I'm just gonna throw it in there real quick. During, I think, the Up All Night like tour or whatever, like my friend at the time and I made like an Instagram account called Horami for Malik on Instagram. Another state. We made friends with her and we like all ran the account. It was like years ago. Still friends till this day. It is insane. These boys, this fandom, this family. That's all I can say. So that is my story experience with the boys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video because I enjoyed making it and telling it to you guys. I honestly enjoyed making this whole experience. I still stand One Direction, honestly. I don't know about y'all. That's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Do not forget to subscribe. Of course, you know, if you want to see more of me, listen to more stories, or whatever I come up with, follow me, turn that little bell on. Cool. Turn that bell on so you'll be notified every time I post a video, okay? Give it a like if you are a Directioner, 5 Sauce, or, you know, like it for the boys, not for me. See you guys next time. All right, bye.